If society is going to be able to maintain growth and viability in today's information age, its citizens need to be able to understand and communicate through digital technologies. This was the opening phrase of an online journal article from Cleary, Pearce and Trout in 2005. In their article, Closing the Digital Divide, they speak about individual success and contribution to society being dependent on the development of digital literacy skills and internet access. They stress the importance of understanding the implications of a digital divide because of its effects on education, future careers in a digitally driven society, and maintaining economic competitiveness on a global scale. In 13 years, the truth of these words continued to hold fast. In the ABC News online article about the digital divide, Prue Bentley states that even though the cost of hardware such as desktop computers, laptops and smartphones have decreased considerably, the affordability and reliability of broadband internet is still a concern. Throughout this article, several interviews with different professionals conveyed the concerns that had been raised because of the nature of an online society. A whole range of aspects of life, including government service jobs, job advertisements and home education, is inaccessible without online participation. It's often the vulnerable in society that are left behind in the digital revolution, such as people with disabilities, low-income households, single parents and people in public housing. More and more people are seeing internet access as an essential service, and in fact in Europe it is now deemed a human right. The Australian Bureau of Statistics provides the figures for 2017. 86% of Australian households have access to the internet at home, a 30% rise since 2004. Location seems to be a significant factor, as 88% of households in major cities had access, whereas only 77% of remote and very remote households do. Scott Ewing, a senior researcher on Australian digital inclusion, wrote an article featured on The Conversation in February 2016 about how the Australian digital divide is narrowing as more and more people have internet access, but it also deepens as the disadvantages of being offline grows. While 2/3 of low-income households have access, 98% of the higher-income households have an internet connection, and it's not just access that is affected. Of the connected households, a range of devices were used to access the internet, from laptops, smartphones, tablets and internet-connected TV. However, the mean number of devices used in low-income housing is 4, compared to an average of 7 in high-income housing. This is significant because it indicates the amount of individuals within these homes that have simultaneous access. Parents, employers and the wider community expect that the education system produces technologically fluent students. In Chapter 4 of her book, Teaching with ICT, Jennifer Howe writes that these expectations extend to a range of digital technologies available, as well as a digital competency that enables adaptability with emerging technologies. As parents aren't always able to provide their children with the skills, hardware or internet access required for their children to be exposed to these technologies, schools are asked to bridge this gap. As well as gaining a competency in a range of technologies, it is also fundamental that throughout their education, students are taught the necessary skills to critically examine digital information. The Australian curriculum reflects these expectations of society with the aim of developing digitally fluent students who are lifelong learners. This is demonstrated in the statement, students develop ICT competence as they learn to use ICT effectively and appropriately when investigating, creating and communicating ideas and information at school, at home, at work and in their communities. Teachers need to be cautious when making assumptions about the digital fluency and skills of their students. It is also vital that they become digitally fluent themselves so that they are willing and able to use technology in the classroom with proficiency. Professional development opportunities need to be given to teachers so that they can build on their skills with the support of school management and their peers. This will inspire confidence and provide the opportunities to teach in a more effective and engaging manner.